say about it, just... No, I'm going to have more to say about it. That is just stupid. That's so stupid. Alright, I can't... There we go. Yeah. So what that was, Jen, was... That was because I sang to the tune of a popular song, but I did my own words to it. YouTube decided to copyright me. I can't help it. It shouldn't count. It shouldn't count, okay? Me humming to the tune of a popular song or singing my own lyrics to the tune of a popular song should be considered parody, not copyright. Because you know what? Parody laws are allowed, okay? So YouTube needs to chill the heck out. Needs to chill the heck out, YouTube. Chill out! That was just so stupid. Oopid stay. It's oopid stay. I know, right? The first time, right, that it happened, right, in this stream alone, was because I had Animal Crossing in the background. I had K Cool, whatever. I had K Cool playing on in the background, in the radio, in my little stinking house, in the game that I'm playing that I decided to leave on because, hey, I thought, you know what? That's not really Descript. I'm not claiming it as mine. It's not like I'm being monetized for this video. They're not giving me money for this video. Just, YouTube needs to chill the heck out or I'm going to start doing this on Twitch. With Twitch, they just mute me. Of course not. Right on. Alright, so... You have nothing... No, they don't. Well, yeah, apparently. Hey, that's Beethoven. Really? Okay, so all you YouTube exec peoples watching it, I'm claiming parody law. Parody law! So if they're watching, NSA is less strict than you. Ooh, burn. That's right. Burned you good. Burn for my candle. Right there. Burn. Alright. So we've got I can't get it to work. I get bad connection times. No. Okay. No, I did not. Well, no, this is the undercut that's just growing. I haven't cut it. The rest of my hair is bunched up in a nice bun back there. I was just covering up my head. But I'll leave it down. I'll leave it off because it looks good off. Everyone is having connection issues. Okay, here we go. My dad's on the wrong stream. My mom is not answering her stuff. So I'm going to take this time to wipe down my surfaces. Because you want to keep a clean surface when you're cooking. And then afterwards, I will wash my hands. See, a nice clean surface to work on. And that's how we do it. We just, a nice, just lovely clean, because no matter how many times I clean this, no joke, 20 minutes later, there's always cat hair on it. I don't even know how. They don't even come up on here. I usually shoo them off by this time. But But, like I said, it's super important. I don't know about the bus driving. I don't know about the bus driving, but I am just cleaning the surfaces now. Okay, I'm gonna have to mute that. There's a chat box, guys. That'll get very annoying very quickly, and I don't want them to copyright a word. Go. Yep, that's the right one. Shh. Okay. Nursery 5 are watching. Yep, okay. Awesome. So now that my surface is, well, this surface is clean, I'm going to have to do the other surface. But first I'm going to put these back where they should go. Because we want to keep everything neat and organized while we clean and with the stuff that we do. Let me see. There we go. My mama's here. That wasn't any song. That was just scales. YouTube. Can't copyright scales. Okay, yeah. Now we're going to clean this surface. Wait for the last few people to get up in here. I'm going to be very careful because that is a nice hot candle that I've had burning for a couple of hours. And there we go. Surfaces are clean. Move this back over here because that's where I keep my recipe dealio. Melissa's here, so is Dad. Alright, so that should be everyone. Awesome. So that's 7. So that's legend. Yes, legend. Gonna copyright me for that next. Jerks. Alright, so today we're making bone broth gravy. It's gonna be super easy, super simple, super everything. Now, before I start, the kohakuto I made last week did turn out, but let me wash my hands first. I'm going to mute this, or else then I'm going to get distracted all the way through. Hi, Matthew! Washing the hands first. So I've had Clorox on my hands. We can't have, Clorox and stuff on our foods. So, hopefully I now learned my lesson and there won't be any copyright issues next week. But the kohakuto I made last week, it turned out, but, okay. So with the kohakuto, the jewel candy, it did develop a very nice and lovely, what they call a crust. They did develop that nice crust behind it. Hi everyone. So, it had worked. I kept it in the microwave to dry up there. It had worked. See, there's a very nice crystallized crust over it. But it's too juicy on the inside. See, it's not solid enough. So, I mean, it's still good, but next time I try it, I'm just going to go for the full 2 tablespoons. It's not bad, just the inside's still too juicy. It's nice though. Very, very sweet. I couldn't even finish that one. Because let's face it, it's literally just sugar. Sugar and water. And that's it. Yeah, no. No, I didn't mute anything. I was mutinied. Yuck, yuck. And there was a special request to plug in stuff about booze. Now, because this is going to be a short video, I'm going to do that now. White wine with fish, red wine with meat, beer with pizza. There you go, Dad. Now, me personally, I have this, which I really liked it. There was, you know, Hobnob Wicked Red. Limited edition, I liked it, it was cool. Saving that for probably a rainy day. This I saw at the store a couple of weeks back. A Zombie Zin. It's a California Zinfandel. And I picked it up, I saw it, I was like, well, that's hilarious. And then I read the back. More gar. Yes, Alicia. As survivors of the apocalypse, we have found refuge, hidden away from the world that was and from those who refused to die. We passed a time making wine, dreaming of better days gone by. The Zombie Zinfandel is a blood red in color. The aromas invoke visions of ripe blackberries and cedar coffins. The flavors melt together in an oozy mass of dark ripe and horridly rich fruit with a layer of black pepper and spice. If you dare to venture out and want to find us, look for the clues at Chateau whatever. Be smart and stay alive. I thought it was very fitting for for stuff that's going on. Not going to go into the stuff because this is a fun thing. But yeah, so I got that one because it's hilarious. Now, let's do this. So, the recipe calls for just a few simple ingredients. Bone broth, and butter. Pretty much that's about it, except for flour. But, interesting story, I don't have flour. I will let you know how it tastes, Mom. Yes. I don't have flour, but I've already looked it up. That's why I had my phone out in the first place. I've looked it up. And you can substitute pancake mix for flour in recipe that use flour, like biscuits, cakes, cookies, that sort of stuff. So, hi Chris! Move that aside. Today, I have with me a keto-friendly pancake waffle mix. Now, they say that you would just have to reduce the amount by 2.5 tablespoons. But because I'm only using 2 tablespoons of the flour, it's going to be just fine. Now, for those who practice the gluten-free life, I have found some interesting stuff. Alicia, you may have already found these interesting stuff, but I'm going to say it anyway, just in case everybody else wants to follow it. Now, the person that I read upon, she said she had just tried using coconut flour, but it made the gravy taste very gritty. Then she tried it with only tapioca flour, and she said it made it very slimy. So she had figured out that if she used half coconut flour and half tapioca flour, the results were a perfect mixture. Now the perfect mixture, which is a good idea because it won't be video to maintain smooth. Okay, so that's stupid. Anywho, yeah. So anywho, when you make your broth for gravy and stuff like that, try half coconut flour, half tapioca flour. Hopefully it works, but you know, we still have lots of time until Thanksgiving. Now, what it wants you to do first is that it wants you, let me do this a little bit up. I'm going to move this gravy over here. I'm going to move these over here because these are going to be what's needed. It wants you to melt 4 tablespoons of butter. Now, originally they say unsalted. I have salted, so I'm going to go with just 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Yes, this time it is butter, not margarine. Alright, you guys already seen me wash my hands. So me using my finger right here is not going to be the end of the world. Plus, I'm the only one who's eating it, so I don't care if I taste my finger later on. That's gross. I'm not going to taste my finger. I'm just going to, because my hands are washed. There we go. Maybe a little bit extra. Alright, I'm going to turn the heat down while my back is turned because I don't want that butter to brown while my back is turned. Because I'm going to need my tablespoon again for the flour. Now this is just, it was super simple, super easy, so I think everybody could do this. It's like it was so ridiculously easy. I was just like, that's it? Oh, okay, fine, that's it. Use gluten-free all-purpose flour. Yes, I did hear that gluten-free all-purpose flour was a good one too. I did hear that as well. That's almost melted, so I'm going to get my pancake mix, my flour. Oh, that actually looks pretty cool. It's not white like normal one, but then again, mine has almond flour, eggs, tigmut flour, organic coconut flour, cassia starch, buttermilk leavening, salt, and spice. It contains eggs, milk, and tree nuts, which is actually pretty cool. I don't know if that means it's gluten-free. I'm going to have to look that up later, because if it is, then that would just be kind of awesome. I only eat and use butter. It's better than margarine. Yes, I agree as well. Okay, that's not closing. That's going to be fun to figure out. Okay. There, it closed. I don't know if... Alicia! Gluten-free! Certified! What do you know? I picked a good one. I'm going to have to figure out how to close that later, because that's not closing right. Alright. The butter is melted. So now I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of my flour. Okay, 1. And 2. I don't need that anymore. And I'm going to whisk to combine. I guess that makes it kind of like a roux, so whisk to combine. Okay, that looks pretty combined to me. What do you guys think? Combined? I think that's combined. Alright. Because I don't have a proper whisk, I have to use my whisk mixer. I know, I need a proper whisk. I wasn't expecting to make bone broth gravy. Ever. But you know what? If I save it, this would actually go nicely with what I'm having for dinner tonight. Just a little drizzle of some turkey bone broth gravy, and hey, that would just be tremendous. Roux time. Haha, yes, it is roux time. The roux. Wait, no. I said roux. R-O-U-X. Roux. Unless you shouldn't copyright a phrase. Alright. So now that that's done, I'm going to pour broth and bring it to a simmer. Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to pour broth Now they want 2 cups of bone broth. This is my homemade turkey bone broth. I made this, what, like a week or so ago? Something like that. Maybe a week and a half ago. Yeah, like a week and a half ago. Really? Did I get flagged again? Me and let's like this thing, oh shoot, flagged. Am I back? Can you all hear me? They didn't like stop me from being live, did they? Because I'm gonna be very mad if they do. Very mad. Can we hear me? Am I back? Am I good? Oh, okay. You scared me. I thought I was flagged. I'm just stirring up the bone broth. Good. I'm stirring this because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of flavoring that settles at the bottom. And I want to make sure she did cause a panic. Good. Yeah, alright. You need to stop causing panics, Alicia. Now, I stir it up because, well, let's face it, I want to get all the good stuff that's at the bottom into my bone broth. That's 1. And that's 2. I'm going to bring it to a simmer and stir occasionally. I'm going to stir it to mix everything, and then I'll stir occasionally. Because the bone broth was cold, should hopefully thicken soon and bring to a simmer even sooner. While that's happening, I have it on high heat so that I can get to the simmer first. And then once I have it, then I'll lower it down until it gets thick, you know? It's mixing nicely. And it smells delicious. Now, in the bone broth, when I had made it, I put in onion, I put in garlic, and green onions, and I did, of course, ACV, apple cider vinegar, and what did I do? Oh, I did turkey necks. It was all that was available there that was close to bone. Because, dang it. Alright. And because that was all that was available to me, it did make for a very excellent bone broth. I'm gonna just say that. The bone broth was it's really, really good. Of course you can smell it from there because it's delicious. I'm gonna just stir it occasionally now. It's not up to a simmer yet, but it's got a nice color to it. I will say that. Just, whew, it looks beautiful. I can hear it starting to, here we go, simmering. I'm going to turn it down to a medium heat so that it can simmer. And now all that's left really is just to stir it occasionally until it's thick, which, you know, that's just the flour that I put from the mix thickening in there. No, I should, because that would be smart. I'm not at there yet. I'm not at the whole roasting my stuff before cooking. I should, because I've been doing enough bone broth to, know better at this point. But, let's face it, I am still an amateur. Stir, 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 stir. It's getting frothy, though. I don't know if that's normal, but, I mean, it smells really good. Oh, yeah, I'm totally putting that on my dinner tonight. I know. Shush. Usually, every time I start to think about, like, oh, I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna roast that chicken. I'm gonna roast that pork. I'm gonna roast that beef. Then I start thinking, well, I can do it in another hour. And then before I know it, it's like hours later, and I'm like, well, shoot, it's time to go to bed. So I just toss everything by that point and go from there. No, I did not. I will go for it. I will try it soon. I think though next week, and Alicia, you're gonna like this. Next week, I'm gonna go for truffles. I'm gonna do it a little bit differently, and it's not exactly truffles. Like, it's not gonna be my cookie dough truffles, which would be amazing right now. And that was my computer yelling that my battery is low. Shouldn't be, because I should have like 2 hours to it, but I guess not. Let me see how low it is. Oh yeah, like 11 minutes left. Let me grab my let me grab my charger real quick, because I don't need that messing up. Wait! Nobody moved yet! Ah! Excuse me, thank you. Woo! Okay. It's okay. It's alright, everyone. I got the charger. It's being plugged in now. It's okay. We're plugged in. Whew. That was close. Let me see. Let me double check. Yep. Plugged in. Charging. There we go. Okay. Now I need to stir this before I burn it. Whew, there's just all sorts of craziness happening before stuff's going down. Yes. That was a close one, everyone. This isn't thickening, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something daring, I think. I wanna add a little bit more. Or I should just be patient. Which should I do? Add more or be patient? Because it seemed to have gotten thicker, but not as thick as I want. No, never, Dad. Never. With the onions, a little oil, salt, delicious. Do blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no. I'm not even gonna do earpods. No earpods. I will use Apple TV, but that's it. So I'm still waiting to hear if you guys want me to, it like foams. Well, it foamed earlier, but it's not foaming now. Now it's just slightly bubbly. And stir, 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 stir. Adding more will just make it thicker. Oh, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna add a bit more, just a light sprinkle. Go. A light sprinkle. 'Cause I like my gravy thick enough to eat like a crazy stew there. And I'll whisk it all together. I like my gravy Yeah. Well, now it's frothing. That was a singular cough. I was choking on my spit. I don't have the virus. Just so you all know. Yes, stirring and more stirring and trying to figure out why this... Oh, well, that's why. Stinking cheap thing. The part that's on this side stayed connected to this side, so it won't ever close, ever. Well, how often do you stir? Do you not stir that often? You know what? I might add a little bit more. Because I can and I want to. I probably added an additional 4 tablespoons, I think. Altogether 4. Mix it all in together. Mix, 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 mix. There's that froth. Am I the only one who enjoys a really good thick gravy? That sounded wrong. Am I the only one who likes the gravy, you know, not so thin? That is making it thicker. I might want it a little bit more thicker. Don't know yet. Oh, do I stir it? Because it said to stir occasionally, but I guess if I'm supposed to stir it constantly. Good. I'm not the only one who enjoys a thick gravy. So that's the funny thing, because when I read the instructions, it said, you know, stir occasionally until thick. And it's like, well, how long is that technically? Adding more gravy, because you know what? Pretty much what I want is I want a Rui sauce. That's what I want. Yeah. That last bit should be enough, and then my gravy should be thick enough to where I am completely satisfied. But it is a lot of stirring. Oh, yes. I'm making a pork belly tonight. So a little bit of drizzle on top of this. Oh, that's gonna be good. I normally don't have anything on top of my pork belly, but I think this would just create a nice, lovely sauce on top of it. You know, it is getting thicker. I can see it in the bubbles. It's getting thicker. I'm also going to need a proper whisk eventually. It serves me right for throwing it out. All of a sudden I need it. But yeah, I can like... That's lovely. That's lovely bubble sounds. I think, though, if I make it any thicker, I'm going to need to stir constantly so that it doesn't burn on the bottom. Pork bellies are delicious, Alicia. Delicious. I have it defrosting now, so... Should be done here in another... Not the gravy. The gravy is... Yeah, the gravy's done by now. Maybe I want it a little thicker. Or maybe next time I just use 1 cup instead of 2. Because this... Okay. It goes to one of those things that you clip in with the blenders. So, yeah, it's not technically a whisk. It's a whisk attachment for a handheld. Yeah, pork bellies. Let's see. Yeah, it's defrosting nicely. Add the defrosting in the oven to keep it safe from the cats. Because we all know how they can be. You know what? I think this is pretty much done. I think apart from wanting to make it more thick, which I do. Thicker! Yeah, that's actually a lot of it. So I think if this does not, oh yeah, that's gonna be lovely. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to keep stirring. This is like a biscuits and gravy type of thick. You know, like old school country biscuits and gravy, like where it's like practically just a batter instead of gravy. That's gravy. All right. Oh yeah. That's what I want right there. You know what? I think I'm satisfied. Yes, and I do not need them chomping down on my dinner. Oh, that is beautiful. I might bring you guys over here and show you this. Okay, that hurts my hand. Ouch. Alright. Phew, but you guys saw it. Yay! Yes. You know what? You could do this, right? And make it thick enough. You could basically make gravy and make it thick enough. Add in some shredded that dried beef, and right there you have chipped beef. All right. I am turning it off and taking it off the heat because that's done. And that's it. Now it says to keep it on a low heat until you're ready to serve. But you know something? I got me some double cheese bagels. I'm gonna have a little bite of it right now. There we go. Yes, it is indeed like a beep on a shingle. It very nearly didn't want me to submit your comment there, Alicia. All right. I'm gonna tear off just a little piece because I don't want to spoil my dinner. Swoop it up. Ouch! I got my thumb. Look at that. That is hot and delicious looking. Mmm. That's really good. Yeah. I don't even need to add salt to that. That's delicious. It's really good. And I'm making a mess while trying not to make a mess. But just for kicks and giggles. There we go. Would you guys like a bite? There you go. There's a bite for you. Pretty good. Pretty good. Although, I think next time I should just use regular flour. But that worked out pretty good because I don't mind a little bit of texture to my food. Mmm. Yep. Delicious. So pretty much what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this sucker in my glass container and wait for dinner, pretty much. Actually, I want one more of this. One more. Mmm. That's good. And a little will go a long way. Mmm. Delicious. Yeah, no. I know. Yesterday I just... I was really happy about scoring some rolls that I forgot to get flour yesterday. Because I didn't put it on my list. If I knew you were going to make gluten-free flour, whatever. It can. I just saw that it was keto-friendly, right? So I was like, ooh, I'll do the keto-friendly version. I didn't even know it was gluten-free until today. But it still worked out pretty good. I mean, you know, it's good. I got the flavor, I got the taste, I got it all. So that's a tickle in my throat. That was nothing more. All right. So now that my bone broth gravy has been added, I think what's giving it the texture is the almond flour, which me, I don't mind that kind of texture. I really don't. But it's nice and thick and delicious. Oh my goodness. It's so yummy. It's good. So yeah, that was that. Super easy, super simple, super simple. Edible works. Yes. That was 2. I don't know. Whatever. I lost my train of thought. Okay. So yeah. Next week I'm going to start earlier. I'm going to start probably maybe noon my time, maybe 1 or 2 my time, maybe 2. I don't know. Depends on if somebody goes out running again before I'm supposed to originally start again. Or I'm just going to start at the same time next week at 6 my time, which will be 9 my mom's time, and 8 Chris and Jen's time. I think I probably will start earlier though, you know, because the truffles, I think that's going to be truffles first, then keto fat bombs. But keto fat bombs, that will probably require a little bit more recipes, and I'm trying to limit my time outside. I think probably the week after that I'll cook something with barley. Let's face it, I have I have a lot of quick barley. I have a lot of this. I was thinking maybe I could try like some porridge type like stuff, you know? I mean, I don't know, but I'm gonna look up barley recipes and do that after the truffles. I do love the fat bombs. I am being nice. I am being nice. Mom, okay. Mom, what happened to your 3 alarms that you set at 5, 6, 6:30, and 6:45 to remind you about the stream at 4 my time today? And I know you sent them. I know you set them because you totally sent me a picture of the alarms that you set. So, gotcha. Apart from 2 cups. 2 cups. Okay. To both agree it's like 2 cups. Pretty much that's I like barley. They went off. So they went off, you still went out for a run? Ah, busted. Anywho, that's all for bone broth gravy. Next week is going to be truffles. I'm going to do them a little bit differently because they're going to be in my molds. I think I'm going to do them in the sugar skull molds. Sugar skull molds. I think I have a way of doing them that'll make them absolutely perfect. I will be trying them I will be trying them before I stream again, just so that I have the results in front of you guys so that you can see. And yeah, apart from that, I think that's it, everybody. Thank you all for joining my stream. It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna move this over here so I don't accidentally dip my elbow into it. Oh, yes, because you weren't in here. It turned out... Let me get a good one. Oh, that's a good one. It turned out okay. As you can see, it did develop that nice crust that I was looking for, which is good, but... Oh, I kind of smashed it. The inside still turned out way too juicy. I could attempt it again next week, but man, that's sweet. I was also thinking of probably doing different stuff, like maybe sweetening it, doing a juice, or adding like a lemon juice to the mixture. But yeah, I'm just gonna add more agar-agar. It turned out just, man, that's sweet. Can only handle one at a time, so if I can find a way to decrease the recipe by half, but still, yeah, candy's a difficult one, especially when you're dealing with gelatin, especially when you're the only one dealing with the candy lasts for a good long while. They mentioned, I think one site mentioned months, which, like, holy crap, that's not something I'm going to keep around for months. That's only been 7 days. Yeah, that's only been 7 days today. But I'm not going to keep the rest of that. It's too sweet and it didn't turn out how I wanted. So next time I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of agar-agar. And I'm going to see if that helps. Hopefully it does. I did also get a coffee agar-agar mix. So who knows? Maybe I'll do a coffee caramel one. See, I don't get the... Theirs turned out so perfectly. So why do I have such trouble with mine? Maybe they add the whole thing. I don't know. That would be too much agar-agar. Although don't think I haven't been tempted to use the rest of that package in that last one. Candy's, I don't know why candy is just so hard to cook. The truffles will be a lot easier, and if my practice run goes by how I think it's going to go by, I think you guys should all be very pleasantly surprised. At least I'm hoping. You make cough drops. You make cough drops, Mom. Maybe I will. Who knows? I need to look up recipes. I did consider making my own honey candy, but I think that would require, yeah, it would require a lot of honey. That's what I was just going to say. And let's face it, I do have a lot of honey, so maybe I'll try it. But I also need a candy thermometer, which I don't have. That could be something I'd work on next, maybe. Okay, no, but truffles first. Truffles, then maybe cough drops after that. Homemade cough drops. But I need lemon juice. Because, I know, Chris, lemon juice. I like lemon. Lemon is good. It's good. I do not have a candy thermometer. That is something I'll be working on. Yeah, I need to wipe this counter down after it cools. And I need to check on my pork belly, see if it's defrosted yet. But you know what? Thanks for joining me, everybody. This was fun. I'm going to be on next Thursday. I'll let you all know if it's going to be earlier or this time, you know, probably not 4. Yeah, so, yeah. That's it. Bye, everyone. Bye, Matthew. And everybody, have a great and wonderful night. I don't know what that word is, Alicia. I'm going to have to look that up. Anywho, I will, yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, so I'm going to let you all go now. See you next week. Mwah.